Hello everyone, it's Christine here and I am back for our stitch along, and we're going to continue with stem stitch, which we did the regular variety of yesterday, and I'm thinking we'll do today's variety, which is stem stitch encroaching, or encroaching stem stitch along this little line. And I've also just drawn it so it goes a bit further up, and I just drew that on with my friction marker. So we're going to pop through at the start and bring our thread through. Then, rather than with yesterday's variety, we're going to start laying some diagonal little stitches across the work. So I'm going to come, and let me just show you, I'm going to come below where the line is and bring a little diagonal stitch up to where my first emergence with the thread was. So I'm going to lay a diagonal stitch to start. And then we're just going to keep moving along our line, laying down diagonal stitches. So I'm using a thinnish wool and polyester blend. It's some threads I got second hand. It's quite fine, but I thought because this creates a bit of a thicker stitch anyway, it would be good to use a fine thread. So we're always keeping our thread below the needle like we were yesterday. And then always just taking our needle diagonally from below the line across to next to where the previous stitch was. So just laying down stitches parallel but on the diagonal. So it gives quite a textural effect, really. Thread out of the way so I can see where I need to be taking it into the fabric. Apologies for any shadows. I'm filming this on Sunday evening. Just thought I'd better get my videos done for the week ahead because it's looking to be a busy one again. And I've been busy doing all sorts of stitching this weekend. Lovely working on my Roxy piece, doing Christmas decorations. I was hoping I'd get to my stitchery swap, putting them all together. I've got it all planned out. I just need to make a little video to share that with you all. So just keep doing stitches diagonally, laying them down next to the previous one. So I probably didn't need to actually draw that extra line on the fabric because I think it's going to take quite a while to actually just work our way up the existing line. Just always laying down the stitch next to the previous one with the thread keeping below the piece. My thread's getting a bit twisty, so I'm going to hold it upside down and let it sort of untwist. Oops, I've caught a little thread from the fabric, I think. So you could obviously do this with a much thicker thread and it would be quicker to cover the area, but this is giving a lovely nice little fine raised effect. It's interesting that it's called encroaching. I guess that's the sort of the diagonal. I think I've managed to actually attach some of my fabric to it, but I am just going to not worry that. I'm going to actually just leave that on the back. That can stay part of the design. Just trim the bit off so it's just a small section where it's always the hazards of having your piece. Won't do it any harm though, so all good. I was just thinking, oh, do I pause and redo it? But I thought, no, I'll show you what sometimes happens. Warts and all. If you watch videos and nothing ever goes wrong, I'd say there's a fair bit of editing going on. Or maybe they're just not as klutzy of a stitcher as I am, but there's always little things that happen. I enjoy watching the videos where it is you get a real sense of the stitching journey. It's not about perfection. So I hope you're having a great day or a great morning if you're just starting your day, if you're partway through your day. Hopefully you're happy and healthy. Around the corner here and up to the final stretch. Just keep laying those diagonal stitches, always with the thread underneath. Okay, what's knotting here? Wools can tend to be a little bit on the knotty side, but they're lovely to work with. Funny, you can stitch so much and then you only get a little line at the end of something like this, but it's all about the detail. It's just about having these different stitches in our repertoire as well. I guess someone looking at it wouldn't even sort of know that you hadn't couched something down, or I mean you have to look at it closely to know what stitch it is. But I'm sure lots of people, when they look at stitch work, they wouldn't really know the amount of time that goes into it. Seeing if it's easier to do this with it I don't think it is easier when it's sitting down, because you really need to probably be easier to do this stitch not in the hoop necessarily. A little bit tangly, but that's okay. Maybe I'll just give my thread a little wind around, hanging it down, letting it wind around. Almost there. Lay the last few of our diagonal stitches down. This one can probably be the last stitch. And I might even decide to put something like a Suffolk puff on it. I'm just having a look up in my drawer if I've got my little ones. I had them out today. They're probably still on my desk somewhere here, if I could even find one. But if not, I will add that after. And if you see it in the photo, then you'll know I've found my little little stash of Suffolk puffs. Nope, can't see them. They are hiding from me, but we will find them and we will. Oh no, is that one up there? No, that's just my making container. No, they're hiding from me. Oh, there they are. I spot them. I knew I had them out. So maybe I'll put one of these little ones up here. I think I can use the same thread. I'll take it through to the back. This would be nice to have a flower at the end of the stem. So these are the little Suffolk puffs that came from an op shop with a little Suffolk puff maker, which is an amazing bag of goodies. I think for like the whole price of $2, including the little maker as well as this whole bag of gorgeous little Suffolk puffs. So that was quite the find. There we go. I think that's really sweet. It's got some nice little pinky colours on it. It gives a nice little raised effect. I could even put one in there, or I could just do a little flower in there maybe. So yeah, that is Encroaching stem stitch. And so tomorrow we'll do whipped stem stitch. So I think I might work my whipped stem stitch along here. I'll see you then. Thanks for putting up with my fun little oversight of stitching the fabric on the back. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye folks.